Warriors take game one over the Houston Rockets 95-85. And the last time these two teams played, there was so much talk about what they did to Steph Curry. How they just locked him down and get ready. It was going to be a lot more of that come playoff time.
Yeah.
Explain to me what we just witnessed with Steph Curry tonight, because I know he's had amazing performances throughout his NBA career, no shit. But tonight, the physicality, the different looks,
insane,
the ball denial, everything, and he still did his thing.
There was a moment here in the fourth quarter that we saw him spin, split without the basketball or with the basketball, two defenders. I mean, it didn't matter if he had the ball in his hands or if he was just moving without the basketball. He was always finding a way to make something happen, to be such a threat. I felt like maybe in the first quarter was the only time that the Rockets were really finding a way to lock him down. But guess what? Steve Kerr and the entire rest of the team made adjustments, and mostly Steph Curry making his adjustments, knowing exactly what he needed to do, how he needed to shoot the ball with his eyes closed. It didn't freaking matter.
And I thought in the first quarter especially, I thought he did a good job trying to get inside. And, part of it you're going, well, the Rockets can live with that. Like, if Steph Curry's just going to try to kill him inside, they're going to take that. But, of course, Steph gets free. And sometimes it's off a broken play. Sometimes it's late shot clock. But the reality with Steph is just he doesn't stop. And it's all the stuff that we've said so many times, but it is staggering when you see it against a Rockets team that has the length and physicality.
Yeah.
Amon Thompson's a really good defender. Curry just gets enough space, and that's all he needs, just a little bit of space. He makes one of them. All of a sudden, he's in a rhythm, and it was a truly unbelievable performance. Like, just incredible shot making by Steph.
If you are a basketball sicko, you watched that performance and you were just in awe, jaw dropped, holy shit mode with the way that he was making some of these shots. And it's not only the way that he was making some of the shots, it's like you said, they were just such huge swing plays, whether it was a late shot clock or late in this one, it went out of bounds.
It was off Steph. They said it was going to be the Warriors ball. Rockets didn't have a review.
There was one that was off Draymond, and Steven Adams then checked out on that next play, and it ended up being Warriors basketball sideline out of bounds. They got it in to Steph Curry. He made
I guess it happened a couple of times, because I was thinking about the one where it looked like the Rockets didn't have a review, and then there's 6 seconds on the shot clock, and Steph Curry, I literally turned to you and I'm like, oh, he's going to hit a three. Like, he is going to hit a three here. The Warriors get a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Late shot clock situation, a 30-foot three, bang.
It was pretty insane. And I think there's a huge part of me that's like, what a performance. I mean, iconic. What do you even do? But now I can't wait to go back and watch this film with you and go, okay, what do you do? What do you do? There has to be something, right?
No.
I mean, they switched everyone on him. It didn't matter if it was Jabari Smith Jr. It didn't matter if it was Fred VanVleet would be switched on him, and he would even just play him so well, so aggressively. Nothing was enough.
Yeah, and of course you got Thompson on him, Dylan. I mean, they throw a whole bunch of different looks on him, and it didn't really do much. He ends up with 31 points, 12 of 19 shooting. He was 5 of 9 from 3 in this one, played a season-high 40 minutes for Steph Curry. And
they needed him to.
He also played some pretty good defense tonight, too. And that's like, the one area of his game he gets a lot of shit for, but he was competing. He was matching the physicality out there. And I think that's just kind of been a theme of the Golden State Warriors since Jimmy came to town.
And I know I just said they needed him to with this 40 minutes, but that's not even true, because even in some of the non-Steph Curry minutes, they were still doing a great job of finding a way to capitalize off of the Rockets' mistakes. And if it wasn't capitalizing off of their mistakes, it was just the Rockets also finding themselves in different places where they were just being messy with the basketball. But again, that goes to the way that the Warriors were being so active on that defensive end, doing everything that they could, whether Steph was on the floor or off the floor.
And the reality is, I'm sorry, when the guard play is as poor from the Rockets as it was tonight, I mean, you get nothing from Jalen Green. 7 points, 3 of 15. He was 0 of 4 from downtown. And a huge credit goes to Moses Moody at the point of attack, something that I don't think gets enough attention. There's so much talk with the Warriors about, hey, what Jimmy's brought to the table.
Yeah.
And, what Steph Curry's play, all that, Draymond, Defensive Player of the Year, all that talk that's been pushed out there. Well, Moses Moody he's guarding the point guard every single night.
Yeah.
He's long. He plays physical. He's disruptive out there. And I thought he did a great job tonight. Jalen Green just 3 of 15, 0 for 4 from 3. Van Vliet, 4 for 19. He was 2 for 13 from downtown and had some incredible looks.
That's what, that was interesting to see because he did have some really good looks, some open looks. I thought the Rockets were even doing a good job of just taking the ball in, right? And so at getting those second chance opportunities, I know we'll talk about those second chance points in a second because that's what kept them in it. But those second chance opportunities, usually those are the best times to make a three. And it just felt like whoever it was going out to, Van Vliet, Green, whoever, they just couldn't knock down that shot. Now, going to their second chance opportunities, that is what kept the Rockets in this game. You look at their offensive rebounds, 22 offensive boards for 22 second chance points. The effort was amazing. It truly was the thing that kept this energy for them to keep them going when it felt like there's so many times the Warriors would go on runs.
And they were missing so many shots. So what was the final field goal percentage for the Houston Rockets in this game? Ends up being 39%. 6 of 29 from 3, 20%.
Yeah.
So 22 to 12 on the second chance points, but the Warriors had 7 second chance points in the fourth quarter. So that was a big number for them in the fourth quarter. Butler had a big one late. I mean, there's definitely things if you're Houston, you're like, hey, we competed, like we shot the ball like shit tonight.
Yeah.
And we had our chances. It got away from us late. But that's the thing is like, who are you convinced is going to help Sengun? Who is going to step up the scoring load? Like for me, it doesn't look like Thompson is ready for that yet. That's just the reality. He's a young player in this league. You would like to think that Jalen Green can play better. He's been a guy that has shown some scoring ability, or Van Vliet can knock down some open threes. But you wonder if they've got the scoring to get it done. Where you look on the other side, Golden State's got 2 killers out there, Steph and then Jimmy. And you saw both guys take over through stretches. And then they also bring it defensively. This team has been so locked in defensively since Jimmy's been there. And it's not like Jimmy comes to town like everyone's magically better. They had some really smart defenders on their team. I mean, Draymond is one of the smartest guys out there. We talk about Moody. Pajemski's a good hustle guy. GP2 comes in. He's a pest. He plays with physicality. Looney, if he's in there every once in a while, can make something happen. Guy Santos is another guy that's just like pure hustle. And I thought they did a great job just digging at the ball when the Rockets were driving. They were bumping.
Jimmy brings standards, and that's exactly what he brought from the start, right, when he came over to the Warriors. But you talk about them digging and everything. I mean, how many times did we see the Rockets trying to go into some action? It felt like at the elbow or just in the two-man game, and it was Draymond with his active hands, knocking the ball away. Or, you'd see Steven Adams trying to make that pocket pass to Thompson on the slip. And it was just like, no, there's just too much activity there. And the Warriors were so locked in on a different level of even physicality. Yeah. They didn't want to just match the physicality of the Houston Rockets. They wanted to make sure that they were going to even overcome that and be the ones that were the more physical team. And I felt like at times they definitely were. It's hard too when you're the Rockets and you are taking on one of the best players in the world. You have to find a balance of being physical with him, but also understanding what the refs are going to call for him, right? And I thought the refs did a really good job of not calling everything for him. I mean, there was a time right in the beginning where I thought Dylan Brooks, barely touched him, but Steph Curry's getting that call in the regular season, and they're not calling it there. And I was just like, okay, let them play a little. And that's when the Warriors were like, okay, let us play. We're going to come back at you even more physical.
Yeah, this was a great physical basketball
Hell
game.
Yeah.
I love a game. This felt like a playoff game tonight. A couple of numbers from the Warriors. Jimmy ends up with 25 points, 7 rebounds. He also, Morgan, had 6 assists, 5 steals. 5 steals for Jimmy Butler. The Warriors had 14 steals as a team tonight. I mean, it's just outrageous. It's an outrageous number.
Oh, they're fast break points. That's the other thing I wanted to get
Yeah.
to because Warriors finished with 16 fast break
16
points.
to 4 on that. Yep.
16 to 4. But I mentioned that because we talk about some of those steals, but then we also talk about how the Rockets defense seemed pretty locked in for the most part, but in the half court defense, in transition, I thought the Warriors just did a fantastic job of either taking the ball out on a miss or just capitalizing off of the Rockets' mistakes.
Yeah, 17 turnovers for the Rockets. Man, I'm trying not to overreact off of one game.
Don't
It's a
overreact.
mistake, but I do wonder. I mean, I think that the Rockets are going to keep playing physical. That's just what they do. This is what they do.
Hell yeah.
Does that wear down this
Steph?
Warriors team, the Steph? Like, okay, he played 40 minutes tonight. I think the highest he had played this season was 37 in a game.
Yeah.
And of course, it's playoff time. This is why you manage his minutes throughout the regular season. So come this time, you could be ready to go. The Warriors have big goals here. They're trying to win championship here. But like Houston, they're going to keep bringing it. And there were times tonight, that's what got them back in the game because they kept fighting. Like I thought Tari Eason had some amazing plays tonight. And you look at the box where he's 3 of 10. But I loved when he had that sweet breakup on that Jimmy Butler lob attempt.
Oh, yeah.
It was a swing moment. It was, I think the Rockets were down 14 at the time. Those are the type of plays that can get you back into a game. But you just wonder how much the physicality of Houston could, I don't know, wear down some of these old heads.
Well, I thought after the first half, I was like, oh, there's no way Steph's going to have that same type of energy coming out. And then, of course, there's even more energy, right? Like, you can't wear him down. But can you wear him down after multiple games? I guess we will see. But at the same time, this guy can fade to his right, falling out of bounds.
It's outrageous.
With his eyes closed while like doing a Rubik's Cube and make a 3. I threw in the Rubik's Cube just for dramatic effect. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like it's just insane. You think about guys with like fatigue and tired legs, like, oh man, they're having to work so hard out there. Steph is not just working hard for his shot. He's looking for others, being such a threat for others. He had one cut to the basket on this backdoor, barely any space. Draymond just slices it through all the defenders, gets it to him, just a sexy pass. And you just see these moments happen for this team where they seem super connected, dude. So yeah, I don't know. I can't sit here right now and go, game 2, let's see where wear and tear is going to bring them, blah, blah. I'm just excited for another physical game.
Yeah, let us know what you think about game 1 of this series. Any surprises for you? Do you think the Rockets can make this interesting? I feel like it can be interesting still.
I do too.
Let us know in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.